Hello, my name is Caleb Freeman, and today I'm talking about sightseeing. Sightseeing is one of the best parts about road trips because it gives you a chance to get out of the car and loosen up a little bit and make memories with your friends and family, etc. The places that I'll be talking about today are going from Palestine, Texas to Washington, D.C. The places that I'll be covering over are Lefty Farrell in Corsicana, Texas, and the Tiny Chapel in Ferris, Texas, and also the Muffler Man in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to start off with why sightseeing is important to road trips. Sightseeing is important to road trips because, as I said before, it gives you chances to get out of the car and move around and stuff, and it also gives you a chance to see things that you've probably never seen before. Sightseeing also gives you a chance to make memories with your friends and family, memories that you'll probably never be able to make again in those exact locations. The first place I'll be talking about today is the Lefty Farrell statue. The Lefty Farrell statue is located in Corsicana, Texas, and Lefty is surrounded by many parks and also a historical cemetery. Lefty gained popularity in 1950 and had a statue built in remembrance of him in 1980. I believe that Lefty is a wonderful place to sightsee because it gives you a chance to see a music artist that you've probably never heard of and see a music artist statue that you've probably never seen. The next place I'll be talking about today is the Tiny Church in Ferris, Texas. The Tiny Church is a 15 by 20 foot church that is kind of a little broken down and has 3 rows of pews inside, along with a stodium that has Jesus on the cross engraved into it. The Tiny Church has been around for forever, and I believe that it's a wonderful place to sightsee because it gives you a chance to see how the old Westerners kind of went to church back then and kind of see what they went through to go to church back then. Last but not least is the Muffler Man. The Muffler Man is located in Dallas, Texas, and he is about 25 feet tall, and he's made of fiberglass, and he is one of many muffler men in all over the U.S. The Muffler Man's name is Happy Halfwit, and Happy is standing next to a muffler shop that he is promoting. Happy is one of 2 muffler men left in Dallas, and I believe that the Muffler Man is a good place to sightsee because it gives you never know when he's going to be gone, so it gives you a good chance to see him while he's still there. As I come to a close, remember that sightseeing is all about the fun you have in the moment, and that sightseeing is only special if you make it special, and that sightseeing is just all about making memories. Next is Emily, and she's going to be talking about things to do in Washington, D.C.
So like Caleb said, my name is Emily Reyes, and today I'm going to be informing you guys things you can do in Washington, D.C. I'm also going to tell you a few things that I'm also going to be telling you about each place and what makes it unique. Some people go to Washington, D.C. not knowing what to do, so today I'm going to be telling y'all some things y'all can do there. So Washington, D.C. has a variety of different things you can do. It is a very different place from different place from any other place that people normally go on vacation because it's a very historical place and you can learn a lot there. Some things you can do in Washington, D.C. are going to visit the White House and going to visit the National Mall. At the National Mall, you can ride bikes around the National Mall, and it's a very popular thing to do. You can see the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and the National World War II, and so much more. The Lincoln Memorial was done in May 1914, and the National World War II was built to remember those who have fought in the war and those who have fallen, and to recognize the victory. The Washington Monument was built to honor the first president, George Washington. Next, I'm going to be talking to y'all about the Smithsonian National Zoological Park. The zoo has lots of interesting things you can do So like for example, you can walk around and see all the different types of animals, and you can take souvenir green screen pictures to take home with you. Another thing you can do over there is see the good of the hive moral. The good of the hive moral is a wall painted with hand-painted 353 honeybees to show the importance of honeybees. Next, you can see the dino roars, which are fake dinosaurs scattered around the zoo to to see all the different species of dinosaurs. It is a very popular zoo and it's free to get in. The zoo started out by being the dream of a guy named William Temple. 1889 was the year President Governor Cleveland signed an act of Congress leading the creation of the National Zoological Park. At the time, the architect Frederick Law had designed the zoo, which later opened 2 years later in 1991. Next, I'm going to be telling y'all about the National Harbor. If you want to find a place where you could just relax, you should go to the National Harbor. It has 30 different places you can eat when you get hungry. It has more than 150 stores, some from name brands, and it's located by the Potomac River. The Potomac River has 1/4 of one of the most historic rivers in America. The word Potomac means where goods are brought. In conclusion, like I said before, Washington, D.C. has lots of things you can do, like from going on a bike ride and seeing interesting things to walking around and seeing different animals that most zoos don't have, to just relaxing and shopping. Washington, D.C. is a good place to visit and you'll never get bored there. And it's a very different from other places because it's more historical than others. I hope you all learned about a few things you can do there. I told you places you can go, things you can see, and what's so cool about each place. I hope you all enjoyed hearing about the things you can do, and I hope you all go visit someday. Next up is Brenda talking about places you can stay in Washington, D.C.
My name is Brenda Casas, and in this speech, I'm going to be talking about places to stay while in Washington, D.C. Everyone needs a place to stay at while in Washington, D.C., unless you want to sleep on the streets. During this speech, I will be talking about many things regarding hotels. Washington, D.C. has many luxurious hotels, but not everyone can afford to stay at a hotel priced at around $400 a day. Although not everyone can afford a hotel of that price, it is still interesting to read about luxurious things. According to Oyster.com, the Jefferson is ranked #1 out of odd luxurious DC hotels. The Jefferson was built in 1985, but went under major renovation a few years ago. Since not everyone can afford a hotel priced around $400 a night, I will be talking about some affordable hotels in DC. On the website Time Out, they ranked 16 of the most affordable hotels in DC. The Watergate is ranked #1, yet it is a 5-star hotel. The price is only about $200 a night. That's half the price of the Jefferson. Everyone likes different things, so for that reason, I will be talking about different places to stay in DC. The Swan House is a bed and breakfast located in DC. The house is a big red Victorian mansion. If you are more of an outdoorsy person, the Bull Run Regional is the perfect place for you. The Bull Run Regional is a historic trail used during the Civil War, but now it has cabins and campgrounds so you can sleep. Many don't sleep well when they are away from home. Some people bring their own towels, while others bring their own blankets and pillows. Here are a few things you can try so you can sleep better while staying overnight at a hotel. You can take a hanger and with the clips of the hanger, clip the curtains together so you can block out all the light from the city. A tip you probably haven't thought about is taking a car air freshener and putting it in the AC so the room can smell nice and fresh. There are many facts you probably haven't thought about hotels, so I will be telling you a few. There is approximately 132 hotels in Washington, D.C. There is a total of 1,673 hotel rooms that make up those 132 hotels. A law about hotels is, if your car is stolen out of the hotel parking lot, the hotel is not responsible, you are, according to the website hawdc.com. In conclusion, I hope you learned something new about hotels, and if you ever visit DC, you stay at one of the hotels I mentioned. And next is Esiel Vigil, and he is going to be talking about places to eat while in Washington, D.C.
Hello, my name is Esiel Vigil, and today I will be talking about the places to eat in Washington. Did you know a family of four spends about $132 a day for food fees on vacation? So for this vacation, we're talking about Washington. Washington is well known for the White House, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and many more things. But no one ever talks about the places to eat at Washington. So today I will be talking about the variety of places to eat at Washington and many more things. First, I will be talking about the famous restaurants in Washington. Second, I'll be talking about the famous foods in Washington. And third, I'll be talking about the 5-star rated Barmini bar. So two famous restaurants I'll be talking about in Washington is the Old Epic Grill. The Old Epic Grill is a restaurant with the Victorian style, and it has collections of antiques, and it has a memorabilia that makes it a popular place for populist insiders, journalists, celebrities, and theater goers. And why you should go there? It brings a nice visual need for classy, and it brings a wide variety of the culture in Washington. Another famous restaurant in Washington is the Ben Chili's Bowl. The Ben Chili's Bowl is a nice, classy restaurant, and it's established for many awards, and it's a must-go place in Washington, D.C. On why you should go there, it brings a casual bite and grill, which is an amazing experience, and many famous people have went to that restaurant for the amazing experience and the atmosphere it brings to them. Now I'll be talking about two famous foods. The Punjabi is a dish that is made of chana masala, re-imaged as humans, juxtaposed with a classic chicken makhani. I have no clue what that is, and I also don't like Chinese food, so I wouldn't try it. Next is the DC iconic half smoke. This is a dish that is a combination of ground pork and beef, and with a hint of hot pepper. And many people say that it is one of the best dishes you could eat in DC, but I'm not into hot stuff, so I probably wouldn't get it. Now I'll be talking about the 5-star Barmini bar. The Barmini bar is a nice, relaxing place for the night if you are feeling stressed, or even if you just want to have fun with your friends. And if you want to get a drink, it also brings the 5-star atmosphere to places that not many cities have. So you could also feel that type of atmosphere and experience. But in conclusion, today I spoke about the many places you could eat in Washington, D.C. and the famous foods. First, Kayla spoke about the sightseeing along the road. Second, Emily talked about the many places you could do in Washington. Third, Brenda talked about the many hotels you could stay at. And finally, I talked about the places to eat in Washington. Hope you had fun, and hope you enjoyed our presentation on Washington, D.C. And it was a fun experience for everybody in our group. Thank you.